Gary? Hi. With my friend Mike tonight, and we're doing one of my favorite activities, and that's exploring the nature of reality and what it is to be who we experience ourselves to be, and how much that can change according to whatever new energies or consciousness that you open into. And so, just before we turned on the camera, there was a nice opening, nothing visual, nothing full of thoughts, but just simply an embracing of who we're experiencing ourselves to be in that moment, fully engaging, fully participating, fully loving, and at the same time surrendering completely. So you're there fully engaging with life, fully actualized, and at the same time you're in complete surrender. So there seems to be a pathway of freedom through that, and it's something that I've been exploring again earlier this hour, and so I turned on the camera because I thought that at least for me there would be something that I would like to return to, likely at some point, because as it seems with spiritual work, it's much like digging a foundation for your house with a shovel instead of with industrial equipment. And while there does seem to be an availability of instantaneous transformation and awakening, it doesn't seem to last long, as you're distracted by reality going back in the patterns. So a couple of questions. One would be, when we have one of those epiphanies, when we experience our opening and realization, rather complete, fashion, with our awareness and our energies and our present, both fully engaged, fully present, fully aware, and in complete surrender at the same time, allowing everything that's in disharmony to return back into a harmonic resonance with all of the other parts of you. So, we're not just talking spiritually, but, the spiritual blockages, lead to physical blockages. And so we're dealing with the whole unit, the body and the soul. You need to make sure you bring your body along with you. So how do you unburden? How do you unburden a body that's been traumatized, that's been indoctrinated? How do you free a life that has known only bondage? Yeah, of course. Each one of us has a sole responsibility for that, for ourselves only. It's not for us to save somebody else, and it's not for somebody else to save us. When you're ready to open and be whatever it is to be an eternal, universal unlimited being. It'd be nice if you chose that for yourself. It'd be a blessing to the rest of humanity. So I'm not sure. I wonder if there is anything that I could say to you that you could use. You know, is there anything that you could hear that you would allow to set you free? Is there any feeling that you could feel that would give your eternal body operating system the signal it needed to move into a state of universal harmony where everything goes into a resonant, a radiance, and a resonant frequency that is something that benefits you, benefits everyone else too. It provides a space for you to have free choice in terms of changing the idea of what you are, one that was created by words and dealt with at a level of consciousness that was, just didn't know and just didn't understand, and so accepted what was given to it with very little question. So that's been used to disable you to the point of where it's impossible for you to know or feel or see or understand the truth of yourself. So if we're so divorced, so completely divorced from understanding ourselves, from knowing the truth of ourselves, that I would like to think is the truth that sets us free. Logically, it tells me it's the only truth that can set you free. Because, if you're Christian, Christ said you would do greater things than he could. Said he was your brother and God is both your fathers. So, if you're Christian, accept that you can be Christ-like because you're related, you're family. You came from the same place, from the same beings. So you have the same frequency naturally, the same DNA. So if you share all that with the being that's divinely realized and said you're the same thing, then how is it that you move from being lost and confused, not even knowing what to search for or what question it is? How do you move from that human condition into where you can have free choice again about your life, your thoughts, your ideas, your beliefs, your awareness, your personality, your identity, it can be real and true now instead of made up by anything that is unconscious, adversarial to you or to itself. The goal for everybody is to harmonize within and without. Be harmony in your experience of yourself. Focus on that first. And know what it is to know peace in your own mind, in your own heart. And then when you've sat in that peace until it permeates every aspect, then you're ready to effectively share it with others. And at that point, if you've conquered your inner demons, your own self, then all you have to do is be yourself. There's nothing that you have to teach, nothing that you have to do. When you're true to yourself, and that truth sets you free, you only have to be there. And things will change. So consider that a possible option for you, that might be real, might be true, might be right on the table for you. And if it is, what do you do about that? If you did that and didn't like it, could you change your mind and go unconscious? It seems like, unconsciousness is the rule here. How many people do you know that truly know themselves? Not are just comfortable in their skin. They know where their consciousness has been before they were born. They maintain an awareness of an expanded, energetic and light, in a light way, where there's a radiance emanating. At that point of your awakening, then reality molds itself around you. And so that's the exercise that we're all doing. We're interacting with reality in such a way as to get reality into a harmonic resonance with us, where the universe is supporting us, applauding us, paying us to be who we are naturally. It's who you are naturally, who everybody is naturally. Is who you are naturally. Is something that is rarely, if ever, seen here. But it's not a necessity. You can look, in your own heart. And if you did that right now, and you just wondered, if the universe could, in fact, speak to you, speak through you, support you, guide you, Look in your heart. Say, I love universal support for my life, consciousness. Please move me in a graceful, beautiful way into that conscious movement, that conscious flow. The one that where you should be, doing what you should be. Never make a step in unconsciousness or unawareness. Reawaken and then move in that awakening in a way of, joy and freedom and grace. You can imagine that. Sit in that for a minute, feel what it's like to come back to the truth of yourself. What is it like to come back to the truth of yourself? Ready for you to let me know? When you do, I don't feel it. Now support it. And everybody that's even a little bit awakened and celebrate. All the universe loves and might be. So get ready to be loved. To love yourself infinitely. Allow that self-realization of divine love to unburden your heart, your mind. Heal your soul, your body, your heart. Anything that got collapsed, anything that got crushed, anything that got killed or confused, anything that diminished itself, your beingness, your awareness. Surrender to their freedom now. Surrender anything that's less than fine in ourselves for the purpose of freedom. All the people would free up if we were just the truth of ourselves. How do you deal with that? Just trying to figure out how to shift a personality that's not tough enough, brave enough, not aware enough. We wake up and then we manage everything around us to be appropriate for our new state of being. We're not going to fight anyone or anything, for us to be approved or accepted. It's whatever it is that you are, be it so completely that nobody questions whether you're authentic or not. Just allow your authenticity to flow. Don't do anything half-baked. Allow yourself to completely go free before you decide to be life-changing. Because with each new quantum step, all of the old benefits, all of the old yeses, all of the old no's, everything gets thrown out with that new state of awareness, quality of consciousness. Everything that was much less than that a moment ago is entirely irrelevant now, and everything has to be reassessed and a new map of reality created, for you once you're going up that stairway to heaven, becoming more aware, more realized. So, allow yourself to take one step right now. Don't just listen, don't just look, don't just patronize. Look within yourself. Feel who you are chronically. There's a lot of solidity about who you are, what you are, where, how, why. And that's what you got, and that's what you embrace, and that's what you love, and that's what you surrender 100% at the same time. It's a bit of a paradox. Fully present, fully aware, fully engaged, acting in life in complete surrender. Meaning that you're not on any automatic program. So full awareness all the time. Every new piece of information alters the map of reality. You don't hold on to old ideas, thoughts, theories, belief systems. When you're able to perceive and be aware and somewhat self-realized, you don't need somebody else's definitions to tell you what reality is. So let go of the authorities. You're the authority of your life now. You are the one that sets yourself free. Now, if you insist on holding Jesus' hand, he'll probably do it. So will probably, all the others. But whatever it is that you do, open as much as you can and stay in that opening and allow the flow to begin. Allow this flow of grace and consciousness to just move through you, in and out, continuously, an unending flow. That does all sorts of things. It stabilizes your consciousness, grounds your body, it re-energizes every system of the body, allows everything to optimize. So join in on that. Choose that for yourself. Choose to realize harmony in your experience. And let it happen. Be present for it. You have to be present for the realization. It's not like a shot for anesthesia. You don't go under and then wake up different. You go into the midst of your pain, trauma, your darkness, and wake up there. Because that's where you're trapped. That's where you're locked in. So you deal with your limitations where they exist. It's no reason to wonder why. Wherever it is that you're trapped, that's where you get to be free. So just feel your chains, feel your sorrows, your troubles. And allow yourself to be set free there by an eternal truth, eternal resurrection, eternal realization. Something that's supremely conscious. Gives you a real, workable, positive reality. It's your puzzle piece that just shifted you for reality. You don't need to take any maps of reality from map makers less than an enlightened consciousness. Why would you? And if you can't find one, you don't need to go outside yourself anyway. All you need to do is go inside, ask yourself questions, take responsibility for what comes up in you. Whatever the feelings, energies, thoughts, pains, and sorrows that exist within you, it's your body. It's your responsibility. You're the reason why it's there. Nobody else. It exists there because it's in a discordant but harmonic resonance with who you have been here. And for that to change, you have to remember more of the truth of you and allow that to change you, to change your expression of who you are here. Experience your truth until it's become your experience of yourself. It's not a thought, it's not an idea, it's not a story that you put back on the shelf and say, I know the truth, it's in that book over there. The living truth, the living word. That's what's good for you. Your living truth. Your enlightened words. So at your peak, yeah, you can have those states, but where do you bring up the norm? You have to go into the darkness, go into the pain, to find that chain at the bottom of it all. It's attached to the plug. It's the dam in the flow of life and energy for you. You pull that chain taut, and you realize that it's exactly there for all of the good reasons that it was. And now that you know it, everybody knows it's time to pull that plug. So you get a good grip on that chain. One hand's enough. If you want to do two, that's fine. But put your hands together. Pull the plug of your damnation. Let everything that's less than divine, your experience and expression of yourself, to go down the drain. And then be revitalized, transformed. By your radiance that occurs as you've done that combination of full responsibility, full engagement, and full surrender at the same time, so that anything and everything that comes up with can be dealt with in an enlightened and effective way for the benefit of yourself and for the benefit of everyone else too. We're not sacrificing yourself and not sacrificing others. This is a collaborative work of mutual support for remembering, realizing, and living and expressing our individual truths. And doing it in such a way that it's very entertaining for us to experience each other as we come back together, putting that puzzle back together of our own heart, mind, and soul. You know, the one that was all jumbled up, we don't know anything about who we are, what we are, why we're here. If we have a purpose, how in the world, if we're off purpose, get fully on purpose? And if somehow in our unconsciousness we're also fully on purpose already, then how does that change upon our awakening? You know, hopefully the things that we suffer and complain about, you know, can take a turn for the better. Maybe there's a way to move all the way through these heavy physical, disease-prone bodies into that transcendent light body. If you closed your eyes, could you feel someone somewhere whose light body was fully activated, fully realized? Someone that you have ideas about, or maybe that are so positive that you'd be willing to have that being show you how to realize and express your own light body. Some things like this require a lot less talking, a lot more silence. Because the truth that sets you free isn't an idea. It's a presence, it's a beingness, it's an energy, it's a frequency. So, however it is that you open, when you truly open, where you open yourself to transcendent shifts and change. And if you've been around many lifetimes, you know whether you believe in that or not, but if you have, then, and you've done this many times before you made a shift to help and transcend beyond the life that you've been living. How did you signal yourself in those circumstances that it was time? In the instances where it was just so natural, so easy, it's such a flow state for you. How did that occur? Open up. Say, I want to know. I am realizing my truth, my eternal truth, my soul truth. Let yourself. Be kind enough to yourself to allow yourself to know what your spiritual gifts are. And to appreciate them. Ask the question. Then choose to stay open, receive the answer. You receive the instantaneous response, and then you receive the responses that take some time and space to come in. And you allow those answers, the truth, to shift your map, which is how the truth sets you free. By creating a more accurate map of reality, so that you're able to move freer, because you know more, you understand more. And you're less burdened. You're less disabled. And you're embracing of your disabilities. And that intimate embrace of each of your disabilities. You find your door to freedom through that disability. And you don't have to wonder if you're ever going to do it or not. All you have to do is do it right now. Feel your disabilities. Allow yourself to encompass them. Feel them, understand it, all around it, within it. And then you notice your divine truth in the midst of your track. That context of that limited you, fully embraced, slowly blown apart by the light of the truth that sets you free. None of that context was you. It's just an act. And nothing ever has, or will, or can truly hurt you. anything that seems other than that is pretense, including the fact that your body is you. Let's see, we've got a low button on here. How long have we been going? So is there anything worth knowing? It's not a completely serious question, but it's a question designed to bring up the biggest, most important things that you're capable of letting go of right now. But whatever it is that will affect the most positive, freedom, awakening, a shift. Just let all those items come up right now. Everything that's available to go that would make the most profound and sublime changes in your life. As you feel them, open to them, embrace them. Did I say appreciate them? Love them. Love that role. Love that identity. Love that feeling of what it was to be created you. All those limitations, pains and traumas and everything else. Love that personality until it's free. Love yourself. Within that definition of self, include every sensation you can have physically, every idea that you can have mentally, every emotion you can have emotionally. Be present in all of that. Take responsibility and own it. But don't hold on tight. Hold it so that it flows with you, through you, for everyone else. It's a flow. It's not holding on. It's a flow. So we're kind of there for me right now. There's a nice flow going on. Is that going to change tomorrow? What shift will make tomorrow a quantumly better experience for you tomorrow than it would be if that shift or step wasn't taken? What can you do right now? What can you do right now? will make your tomorrow truly delightful celebration of life. Almost infinite opinions on how impossible that is. Unlikely. But they're not the ones that are actually awake, are they? The ones maintaining this prison. Doing the best that they can to remain in hell, which, is nobody would want to do it if they did the alternative. Hold on too tightly to your idea about who you are, your ideas about how things should be, and your ideas of what the truth is. Open up until you can feel and know what those are naturally. Just keep opening until you know. Until you're not searching anymore. Open up until you've found yourself. Keep opening. Stay in the opening with the realization of truth to you through the imagination. So, anything left to say? Is there any value in any words? Oh, if you haven't found value in any of the words so far, unlikely to. What then? How do you free yourself if you're certain that I'm delusional and a fraud and wrong? You wouldn't have watched this unless you had some hopes for yourself. You're convinced that it can't happen through anyone you know, even if it's somebody brand new that you just got to know a mistake. But if there's no way for you to transcend your limitations on any path that you've ever seen, then how far do you have to open up right now to know what that path is for you? It's an important question, I think. I think you should ask yourself. I think you should open up until you know the answer. Sit in that question. Stay in the opening. Stay as open as you need to then transcend that limitation. You're stuck. Naturally, simply because shifted your identity to knowing instead from confusion. So allow yourself to know how to know. Allow yourself to know how to know. Just open up. Stay in that opening. Keep opening more and more. Until you understand. Encompass as much of reality as you need to. Until you found your wholeness. And realizing your wholeness, make sure that there's an eternal guide there, not just a circumstantial. Finding your wholeness, you're finding the key to freedom for everyone you know. You're not conquering anyone or anything. You're just ending the lies that created your own false identity, your own false sense of self that made you part of humanity, that created the life that you live. What if the truth sets you free? Simply because you said, okay, it's my time, yes. Yes, I am willing to know my truth, be my truth, speak my truth. I'm going to be awakened by the truth. So, I think we're good for tonight. Got any questions, Mike?
Not so far.
Not so far. I haven't said anything interesting yet.
No, like I understood so far what you were playing with.
Okay. Well, there you go. One person understands these things. And if you listen to this, I'd love to know who you are. It would be cool if anyone ever did. Good night.